Hello and welcome to my craft room. I would like to show you my flip through of the vintage Victorian Shabby winter journal that I completed. It was a digital from a jeweled design on Etsy, and I just loved it. I loved the background papers, and it just, everything ticked my check boxes. But this is the pearls, the flat back pearls I stuck on all these little crossovers. I used a beautiful kind of a gold trim lace right here. I've got a cameo nested there. I have some cheesecloth. I did a little bit of braid on the corner. This is an old scrapbook that I had, and I just did the paper on the back. I didn't do anything else to it since it'd be resting on a surface. But yeah, I needed to do something with the scrapbook. It'd been on my shelf for years. This is another one. This is a freebie paper that she gave us with lace and on pink. And I thought people could just, whoever gets it can just write on it. I didn't do any pockets or anything. This page is something that was a dyed or poured paper, handmade paper kind of a deal. It had leaves in it and everything. I'd had it for eons. So I decided to use that for my opening page because it kind of looks like snow. I would like to thank everybody for coming to spend some time with me today. And stay tuned. I'll have some interesting looking things that you might want to use in your own journals. Here is a file folder that was from the kit. And this door is my favorite. It is just, And this was a belly band that was supplied in the kit. And I just kind of pieced all this kind of stuff together. I made a little circle to go under the banner here. And this is a snowflake stamp that I had. It has, "We are like snowflakes, all different in our own beautiful way." One of the buttons, and I used glossy accents on it. This is a tuck that I made on this page with a tag in it. And one of her words, ornamental words, ornamented words, something is in her her digital store. But this page I thought really resembled photo corners. So I made just kind of a little triangular piece that would go in here. And what it was is two of the pieces were actually pockets. And then I took two of the pieces and made them out of the papers to make this kind of a design. And if you didn't want to do these corner pockets like this, you can just do one big square to go in there, like a regular photo. That would be really cool looking. This is one of my regular hand-dyed papers. The envelope that was from the kit has one of her Christmas definitions on it. These I made with some glitter paste that I had. And I did it through the negative of the die-cut snowflakes that I had throughout the pages here. Now this one here, I don't know. I should have went out a little further with my tab so it didn't rest in this piece here, because this is pretty rigid because of the book, the way it's made. But I've got a pretty interesting tag that I made here. And I did all of these eyelets, and then I just threaded a velvet ribbon through there. You can see it's on both sides. And then you just tuck the ends in. And I thought that was pretty neat. Also, with this page, I was suggesting in the video as I was making it that you could weave in and out of these little strips here to put a tag or something to make it interesting. This side here is just a button, but it reflected the circle cutout, so that's why I went with that. Plus, it's pink. I made that a little tight, but then this other page here has just, it's a double journal card that's tucked in there. I thought that was little kids with their mama. And she's got the little snow dog with her. But here is the window page. Now, this one was kind of fun to make. It was a Tim Holtz window. You can kind of see it reflecting. I put acetate in there. And when I had put the shutters down, I did them as a tuck. So, I don't know, maybe you put one word on each one, but this one helps as a page turner. It's got "Baby, it's cold outside." And this is the tag that's inside of it. It has another pretty lady. And that just tucks down in there. There is a bird with the same type of window that was in the kit. And that's what made me choose this one. There is that snowflake I was talking about where I had the negative I used to do a stencil with. And another one of her definitions. And I had a, what did I call this? I think it was layered stamping. So this is just a great big pocket. And I've got that in it. I'll put that back in later. But it's got a layer under it. But I tried to do the stamping where it looked like it was going off of it. I think if I'd left the music page out, it'd be more successful. But anyhow, this is a fabric flip page. And it's not a heavy fabric. It's just like light laces. But I thought this looked like snow coming down on the little kids. Because it's like, I think they call it flocking. And then down in it is actually a pocket. So I've got this little funny looking card in there. Because I wanted their feet to show. And next page. And I'll rip the edges on some of these to give it more interest. Here's my beautiful door I love. Now I Frankensteined this page. Where you can see this door was ripped off. And then this was from another page. And it's got a kitty in it. And this is one of the small journal cards that she supplies. And I cut it to be a tuck. And that's just a little card that I stuck down in there. This here was kind of another Frankenstein page because I love this wreath. And the way it is, it's only on the edge of a page. So it ends right there. And so I put that here and I put this one here to make it look like a continuous wreath. And then this piece was added on the end here and you could see that edge. So I covered it with lace. I thought it worked out. And then that's the pretty little tag I left in there. And it looks like she's just coming out of a doorway. This was my Dueling Doilies page. This was like a Tim Holtz, what do you call that? It's an embossing folder, but it's one of those deep ones. So I made this little lady to go up underneath of here. And then it has Winter Wishes on that side. This is a little girl with her ice skates. And she's a little angel. She did not have any gloves, so I made her some gloves. And I've just got like 2 big snowballs. I'm calling them snowballs down in here. And I did a stamp of some trees in behind there. And I didn't want to hide the trees too much, so that's why the snowballs got put in. And this page was, she had 6 of these small journal cards. So I took these 5 and made this pattern, like a, we call that a 9-patch. And I put one of the coins here with the glossy accents on it again. And I did heat embossing with gold on a couple of them. I don't know if you can see them glittering. But I did these type of little tags to go inside. I wanted a little bit of bling to be sticking up to have a snowflake design. So that's what's in each one, exactly that type of tag. And here we go with... I did some clear heat embossing over some oxide ink to show you how you could do a colored embossing. And then I have a little bit of a gold stripe in there. And another definition with Believe. Here is my snowman tuck. I love my snowman. He is just 3 or 4 layers. I have a template that's on my Rhoda's Junk Facebook page. If anybody is interested in getting this. This here was just some extra scrap that I had. And I made a little double card. And see how I did a collage inside there with pieces I had left over. And I pretty much used up all of that kit and all the different ways that I used it throughout this book. Here's the pretty little angel girl again. And this is another Frankenstein page. You can see it right here. And so I had this deer from another page, and I cut him out to make him look like he's with his female. And this girl is so nostalgic looking. Look at her little face. I just love her little face. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's Norman Rockwell to me. That's exactly what it looks like. Now this is like a pink page. It's just pink. I did a pink moon, pink trees, and pink snowflakes, and it has the pretty design on the paper over here. You can kind of see a little bit of music in the background. Now this one is another one of those Frankenstein pages, and I made a complete poinsettia. These poinsettias are what's like on the edge of a page, and then I made another page and reversed it. So, and then I had to piece this little piece up here and hide it with lace. So I wanted this little double journal card with the window to look like it was out here. It's in a little shallow pocket, and it's got a dove on it. So I like the definition piece for this one. And then we have this item, which is, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a little flip out, and you can write on it. Do secret journaling. You can write on this part of it. It was different. But usually when you see one, you're on the edge of the page and you flip it up and flip it down. But usually they'll have a little tab on them. Has kind on that side and hopeful on this one. Here is the sweater pocket, double pocket. I made a little simple snowflake, what do you call it, altered paper clip. And here is the the sweaters. And it's exactly the same on both sides, but these are the tags that go in the pocket. I'm sorry. I've got vellum in the center up here, and it's not exactly see-through, but it's got the same exact snowflake on both sides. And all that does, actually, I did it like this so it looks like the head and shoulders are sticking out of the sweater. I was playing around with it, and I did stamping on the background. Let's do all the cozy things. And you put it on the edge of your page here and just paper clip it. And that's how it was designed to be. Alright, in this page I did a little bit of white with the same tree line design by Tim Holtz, and then a little fancy cutting up there on just a strip of paper. Now this is what I call like a zipper pocket, and it's got different pieces. This piece can go all the way down because of the way this is made. And I show how to do it in one of my previous videos about this book. And then here was another one I just kind of made up with some pieces left over. Has Keep Smiling. The little girl is smiling. I thought that went along with it. Up here it has laughter. This is just some kind of crazy little thing I did. It says, Believe in Daydreams. And then, of course, it's got a pretty little snowflake down there to go with her, since she's out in the snow with her deer baby. And this one, I think, was just, what did I call this one? A tone-on-tone page kind of a thing. Here is a door. And the one lady, I thought looked like she was going to the door. But you can write on the door inside and out, or hide something under there you don't want anybody to see. And here's that big door that I'm just crazy about. But it looks like this little girl and her mom was coming out the door and playing out on the stoop. And I just decorated the tuck up with that. There's that beautiful wreath that I was talking about earlier, where I wanted it to look like it was the whole thing. Now back here, since it had a lot of doors in it, I used this door from a Mente Doors book. And put, this is my happy place. And I just did like this because it had some of the colors in the kit. But that is it. I really appreciate everybody coming to look at this. And I hope you got some ideas. And we'll come back and see me again. Thank you.